you put your glasses on if you can't see? Hey. Hey, y'all. Ooh, my nails look a mess. I hate this fingernail polish. I hate this polish. I'm going to tape this container together because I don't want no holes in here. And it's got some holes in the bottom and I don't want my herbs to slip through. Let's see who is here. We gonna get started because I don't want to be on here all night because I don't want to. Because I want to go watch TV. Okay, so today we are going to do a spell. Y'all been saying, we want a spell, we want a spell. So we gonna do a spell tonight. Sit up, baby. Sit up, Rufus. I know that's not you, Momo. Momo, is that you? Huh? I know it's not. Prove it. Prove it. Who do I live with? And if that's you, I'm about to go on Instagram and make you get off. Get off of here, Momo. Who do I live with, Momo? Go! Get off here, girl. This ain't for you. This ain't no kitty show. Momo! You better go. Go, girl. I'll call you when I get off. Okay? Granny will call you when she get off of here. This for the grown people. This for big girls, and I don't want you to get no bad thoughts. That was my granddaughter. I don't want her on here. We on here. We about to start talking about voodoo. I don't want her getting no ideas. Cause she already gifted. I don't want her to get no ideas. She'll be at the school. Them kids be messing with her. My grandbaby be done went got her a doll. Okay. Okay. We getting down with the get down tonight. Okay. Y'all said y'all wanted a spell. I'm gonna give y'all a spell. Now I ain't gonna give you all the ingredients. Okay. Gotta keep some stuff to myself. But I'm about to really show you how to light somebody up. Now, this is, let me put on my glasses so I can see. This is for somebody that has been gossiping about you, talking about you in a negative way, always got their mouth on you. This the perfect spell for them. You want them to shut up? This gonna be the perfect way to shut them up. Okay? Love you too. And nope, I'm not about to tell y'all what all the ingredients are. I'm gonna give you some of the ingredients though. I'm gonna show you how to do it. I hate the fact that I'm really using this doll because after I use it, I'm gonna have to get rid of it. Not only am I going to show you how to do this, I'm going to show you how to get rid of this one too, because this is not going to be something that you want to keep. You got to get rid of this. I'm going to show you what I'm doing when I get finished. We're going to talk about it. This is about as far as I'm going to go with y'all. I'm going to do the rest. Do I have anybody? No, I ain't got nobody. Ain't nobody bothering me. But see, some of y'all be all on the internet bothering people, and then people start bothering y'all, and then you don't know how to get rid of them. The only way you know how to get rid of somebody is to cuss them out. And I done told you before, stay out of the drama on the internet that pushes you to want to cuss somebody out or go at somebody. Don't even get involved in that kind of mess. Don't get involved with that. Don't use your words when you get into it with somebody. Don't use your words. Okay? You just wearing yourself out. Just tell them, oh, okay, I got your number. And go and handle what you got to handle. Because it don't make no sense to go back and forth, be arguing with people, cussing people out and stuff. You don't have to do that. You're magical. Okay? Dracarys. You don't have to be out here arguing with people. You have something that most people don't have. If you didn't have it, you wouldn't be here watching me. So when somebody come at you, you just say, okay, sweetheart, you right. You right. I'm not even going to waste my time arguing with you. I'm not going to get into no fight with you. I'm going to just go home and talk to my ancestors. But thank you. And let it go. Walk away. Let them think they won. But they not going to win. Okay? So, what you're going to need for this spell. Y'all see I got my hot chili peppers. You're going to need a container. I'm going to read all the comments after I go through this. You're going to need a container because this is a 7-day spell. So you're going to need something to put it in while it's cooking on your altar for 7 days. Or your sacred space or whatever it is that you use. Not your ancestor altar. You don't sit this on your ancestor altar. You sit this on your working altar. That's 2 separate places. Okay? Now, the base of this spell is chili peppers because it's hot. You're going to light their ass up. So the base of it is them peppers. Okay? And you're going to take your doll or poppet or whatever you use and lay it right on top of those chili peppers. Now, the thing that I want you to do is I want you to create something that represents the person's tongue. So what I did was I crocheted, I'm going to just take it out. I crocheted a piece of string. And this is going to represent the person's tongue. And I'm going to just show y'all what I want y'all to do. Now, when you first get it together, you put this, your string or whatever you're going to use. You can use a piece of felt. You can use a piece of paper. You can cut out, a tongue shape piece of paper, color it pink, whatever you want to do. Put it onto your doll. Tell your doll what that is. This is your tongue. And this is what we're going to be working on. Your doll should already be prepared to work. But this is separate from your spirit doll because your spirit doll is a doll that you're going to keep for you. This is a working puppet. Okay? This is, you got to get rid of it. This is one that you cannot keep. This is you got to have some dolls that are disposable. Okay? So you can put the person's name on it. If Say, for instance, it's somebody that work at your job, their little security guard at your job or something. You could put a little badge on the doll, whatever, represents. You can do like I done told y'all 1,000 times. You can just go onto the internet and print you out a picture of that person, put it right on the doll's face. You got them. Okay? That's what the internet is for. Go right on to their YouTube or their Facebook page or their Twitter or Tumblr or whatever and print out a picture of them and put it smack dab on the doll. I done told you. So you do that. Now, for 7 days, you are going to light your candle and you are going to put your energy into that doll. I'm tired of you talking about me. Speak on a specific incident if you have one, like you and the person, your baby daddy, you going to court or whatever. Every day you go in and you tell the doll what is going on, and every day you snip off a corner of that tongue. Every day. You come in and you cut off a piece of that tongue. So by the 7th day, there should be no tongue left. No speaky. You won't speak on me. The 7th day, they should have no tongue. Because you have cut the entire tongue out of the person. And leave the remnants in there. Because you're going to bury this whole situation. And you're not going to look back on it. You're not going to think about it. You ain't going to talk about it. You ain't going to talk to them about it. Nothing. You're not going to be bragging. Oh, yeah, that's why I buried you and my friend. No, you're not going to do all that. You're going to cut their tongue for 7 days. You're going to burn a candle and cut their tongue for 7 days. When that 7 days is over, you're going to either bury them in a hole. You take the entire thing, dig you a nice little hole somewhere, dump it on in there, leave an offering, and walk away. I bet you they'll stop bothering you. I bet you they will. 7 days. You put everything you have in that. And then don't speak on it no more, ever. Don't tell them what you did. Don't tell nobody. You ain't got to tell nobody what you did. That's between you and your spirits. You dig you a nice little hole. You leave you a nice little, you can leave a monetary offering. You can leave fruit, anything. And you going on about your business. Now, if you want to be brave, you can dress in all white. You can cover your head. Make sure you are in all white. Your head is covered. You can go to the cemetery. You can dig you a nice little hole and you can place it there with a eggplant. A very pretty eggplant. And a little bit of money. And you can ask, oh, y'all, can you take care of this for me? But be respectful. Don't be all out in the cemetery. Yeah, I got him. I'm about to put him under. Yeah, I'm about. No, you're not going to do all that. You're going to be respectful. You're going to dress in all white. You're going to cover your head. You're going to go into the, you're going to have your little, your little thing. You're going to dig a hole just big enough to slide that in. You're going to cover it up. And then you're going to put your little eggplant and your little money down there for Oya. And then you're going to go on about your business. And don't look back. There you go. See how nice I am? I gave y'all that one for free. Yeah, outside their house. Yeah, girl, I got your tongue. I'm out here cutting you up, girl. Look, girl, look. I'm out here cutting you up. You all on Instagram. Look, see, this how I get down. This how I get down. No, you ain't got to do all that. You don't have to do that. Don't put this on Instagram with the person. No, don't do that. It don't make no YouTube video. Don't do what I do. Okay? Do as I say. Don't do as I do. Because I get mad. I will blast your ass on YouTube in a minute. I will. But don't you do that though. Okay? I don't want you to do like me. Because when I do that, I know how far to go. I'm not going to keep blah, blah, blah. I'm going to make a video. I want to make sure you saw it. Because I'm going to tag you in the video. Want to make sure you saw it. Then when I know for sure that you saw it and I'm in your psyche, I put the video on private. Because you saw it. I ain't bragging. I'm not going to be on the video. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Y'all know how y'all can be. I ain't going to do all that. Once I know that you saw it and I didn't got in your mind, I put the video on private. The person that I wanted to see it saw it. Now, if you want to scare them, go ahead. But don't be all like, don't do all that. Don't do all that. And you know, on Instagram, like if you put it on your Instagram stories, you know it'll be gone the next day anyway. Just make sure they saw it though. Oh, real nice scenario said guilty as charged. Oh, girl, no. No, you're not. How does one get away with digging at the graveyard? Easy. You don't bring a shovel. I have a spoon, like a serving spoon, that I take. It's just a big old spoon. And the graveyard people don't be there. You know the people don't be there. It ain't nobody. It ain't no graveyard police. It ain't like somebody wandering around the graveyard watching what you doing. And it's a nice tree near where my parents are buried. And I always go there. Yes, this is a gossip spell. I always go there. I don't just go to like some random graveyard. I'm not that type. Where your grandmama buried, where be a whole lot of people all the time. All the time? Like, what type of cemetery is that? Where my mama and daddy is buried, I mean, this is a nice cemetery, but it's really quiet. No, I ain't going at night. I don't play in the cemetery at night. I do my stuff during the day. Yeah, I don't, no. No, you don't bury the eggplant. You leave it there. Leave it on top. Trust me, them cemetery people, they know. They know. They know when it's something. And if they take it, it don't matter. Because, you know, they do come by and clean up the flowers and, you know, that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty sure when they come by and clean up like the old flowers and stuff, if they see an eggplant, they probably gonna pick it up. But it don't matter because your offering has been given. And then if, you know, if like the cemetery where my parents are buried, it's a whole bunch of wild turkeys there. And you know, if one of the little animals come and get your offering, it doesn't matter because it's going back to the earth. You know, like if one of the wild turkeys come and get the eggplant, I don't know if wild turkeys eat. I don't know what turkeys eat. I don't know. But in case they do, or a raccoon or whatever else hangs out in the cemetery, if like one of the animals get it, then it's fine because you know your offering went back to the earth. It was meant for that animal to have it. So don't trip. But give an offering. Never ever go to the cemetery unless you're just visiting somebody. Never. It is so disrespectful to go to the cemetery and collect dirt or, leave something that you have worked on and you have not left an offering for the spirits. It's disrespectful. So if you're going to do that, make sure that you give the spirit something. Okay? Okay, TJ, what is going on with you? You want to stab your coworker till she has no more blood? No, we ain't out here killing people, sweetheart. It's next to a busy street. Okay, well, turn your back to the street. You sit down on the ground, turn your back to the street where people can't see what you're doing. Because you're not going to be out here with a, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. You ain't going to be doing all that. You're going to be down on the ground, digging a hole. You only going to dig a hole big enough to dump your poppet in, whatever you done sprinkled on here. Sprinkle how you want to sprinkle. I don't know what herbs but this is, what did I put in here? Bay leaves, eucalyptus, angelica root, and them red peppers. Because I want it spicy. When I cut your tongue, I want you to feel that burn. Okay? I want you to feel it. Feel every piece of them red peppers. Yeah, I don't mess with the cemetery at night. I'm cool with that. I want to stab until I see guts and blood and hit their face with a knife until it's cut open. What is wrong with you, child? What's going on with you? You're doing a lot. No, just bury the doll in your ingredients. You can put whatever you want to put on there. Louisiana hot sauce, it don't matter. Chili peppers, habanero peppers, it don't matter. You can put whatever you want to put. Tabasco, Louisiana, it don't matter. You can put hot sauce on the doll. You can take your hot sauce bottle and just sprinkle it on there too. Habanero peppers, it don't matter. Cause you gonna make this your own. I'm just giving you, I'm giving you the root. You gotta make the gumbo. Okay? I'm teaching you how to make the root. So you going to make the gumbo the way you want to make it. You ain't gotta make it the way I make it, because right now I don't eat fish. So my gumbo may not be, how you want it. Because you probably want crab and shrimps and all that. And I don't like shrimp. So I done showed you how to make the roux. That's the base. That's how you get it started. And you gotta finish the party. I done got it started. I done came in and set up the DJ booth and I done got the music and the flashing lights. You gotta bring the people in. Once I do all that, I'm going home. Okay? Because I ain't staying up late. That's y'all party. Y'all do whatever you want to do. Don't matter to me. Yeah, you can put whatever you want to put on there. You can put it wherever you want to put it. If you want to put it on the crotch, put it on the crotch. You want to put it in a mouth, put it in a mouth. You can pour a whole bottle of hot sauce if you want to. Peppers, ginger, garlic, Whatever you want to use. Yeah, I'm not talking about no James Charles because I could care less about any of them. I don't even care. I don't like none of them anyway, especially not Jeffree Star. So I'm done with that situation. I don't care what they do. Them rich folks, they millionaires. I don't care nothing about their business. None of them. That's I don't know. That whole thing made me think that it was a setup. Like they just trying to make more money. So I'm not giving that no energy, none whatsoever. I don't care about them people, child. Not in the least bit. But do whatever it is you want to do with this spell. I've gave you the basis, and you do whatever it is that you want to do. I'm reading this. I'm reading some of the comments. I want to make sure I got everybody's question. Thank you, Flower Child. Real life scenarios. Note to self: don't be outside like, yeah, 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 girl, I got your tongue. Yeah, don't do that, sweetheart. Don't do that. Just do what you gonna do. Just do what you gonna do and move on. Because I saw this fight, and the guy, he was doing all this stuff. He just knew he was gonna win, and he, sticking his head out and doing all this kind of stuff. And the other dude, it was like one of those cage fights, and I think he turned and looked, and when he was looking at the crowd or whatever, and when he turned around and looked, that dude came in and kicked him in his face and knocked him the hell out. I mean, just smooth knocked him out. See, that's what you get. You out here bragging, you out here showboating. So you don't want to do that. When you do your spells, do what you gonna do. Let it go. You see, after I did, when I do stuff to people, I don't come on here showboating. I be serious. I don't have to showboat. I let my work speak for me. My work speak for me. I don't have to say nothing. All I got to do is just, I could have just made a video, just showed you, just put your picture on this and make a video panning down to make sure you get the full effect. I ain't got to say not one word. You ain't got to say nothing. Because if somebody put my picture on a doll, for one, I'm gonna be looking like, what is that? What? Wait, hold on. Let me play this video again. Wait a minute. What, is that my face? Hold on. That's gonna be me. Wait a minute. What is she doing? What is that right there? What's that? You ain't gotta say a word. You don't have to say nothing. You don't have to be cocky. You do that to somebody and like send them a text message with a picture. You don't have to say nothing. And then your next text message, you sitting at the cemetery, you don't even have to open your mouth. You ain't got to say nothing. Azili said, once 8th grade starts, I'm going to hex the whole. See, that's why I don't like little kids following me. I don't. No, you're not. No, you're not. Easily. No, you're not. Because the spirits ain't gonna let you. You haven't even come into yourself yet. You're not gonna do that. They're not gonna let you do that. So you can go on and play with the candles if you want to. You're not ready. See, parents, y'all should be out here monitoring your kids. Ain't no reason for no little 8th grader to be following me on YouTube. That's a classic example of why your parents should be knowing what your kids doing. Plus, it's late unless she in California or somewhere. If you someplace else, you ought to be in the bed. You in 8th grade. You should be in the bed. Go your butt to bed. You on here following somebody's grandma for. I don't talk about the president. I don't get into that. That's you can go down a slippery slope doing that, and I don't want the Secret Service following me. So I don't speak on here. I don't like to unless it's unless I'm talking about like a news story or something like that. I don't speak on that. That's a no no. You don't do that because you can end up getting watched. And y'all people be thinking that the Secret Service don't listen. There are trigger words that you can say on the internet that will get you flagged about the president. So we're not gonna talk about him unless it's something that has to do with the news. But there are certain words you cannot use and his name in the same sentence. You will mess around, and the Secret Service will be knocking on your door. Now, what you say? What you say? You was gonna do? Who? Oh, okay. You was just playing. Okay. Well, we not playing. They will knock on your door. Okay? Because that happened to a man who was on Twitter clowning Obama. And 2 hours later, the Secret Service was knocking on his door. Because, see, the Secret Service ain't coming from Washington. They have them everywhere. You can act a fool if you want to. They can be at your house in 15, 20 minutes. 2 hours later, they was knocking on his door, and he was scared shitless. So I don't play around with these presidents. So you do whatever you want to do. I don't care, child. Because we can't stop nothing that's going to happen anyway. I mean, what is supposed to happen will happen. There's no way. Certain things have to play out the way they play out. There are certain things that you cannot stop. It's already predestined to go in that direction. Maybe it's setting it up for something else greater later. It's just because the situation is bad right now does not mean later on the situation won't get any better. So it's some things you don't even want to change. But sometimes you do want to shut somebody up. But it's not like you want to kill the person. I'm not out here trying to hurt somebody, like cut their throat. Just cutting their tongue out, that's different than like cutting your throat. I ain't trying to cut your throat. I just want you to shut up and leave me alone. Especially if I'm not bothering you. That's different. If I'm bothering you, like if you're bothering the person, if you're going back and forth with the person, then it's really not fair to do this. Because you're participating in the shit. But if the person is just bothering you and you're not saying anything to you, then you have every right to defend yourself in the dark. But if you arguing back and forth, if you arguing back and forth with them, it don't make no sense to work no magic, cause you already talking shit. What sense do it make? Yeah, Gizmo mad. Somebody came through the gate. So that's something that you have to figure out. Like a lot of people have to find that balance. I had to find that balance because I am one of those people that I love to cuss people out. I used to. I don't do it anymore. I don't normally. Like you really have to push me now for me to cuss you out. But I mean, I will do it, but I don't really like to anymore. I had to find that balance between, do I want to exert all this energy going back and forth with you, or do I just want to go and let somebody greater than me handle the situation? Because if I can give it to somebody else, yeah, do that. So that's what I do. It don't make no sense. What is going on? Oh, it don't make no sense for me to be cussing you out and then after I'm tired from cussing you out, then I'm be like, well, I'm gonna go do a spell. No, do that shit first. Put all of that energy into your workings. Don't don't cuss the person out and then they cuss you out, you cuss them out, you go by their house, bust their window. No, don't do all that. Don't do all that. Yeah, I'm not gonna be out here cussing people out and stuff. I don't do all that. I used to. But see, my husband has really brought a lot of balance to me. Even though he don't practice this religion at all, he has really balanced me out because I am naturally aggressive, confrontational, moody, mean. I'm all those things wrapped up in this really soft, loving package. Every now and then, Grumpy Granny will come out. Okay? But since I've been married, I have noticed that I am a lot more balanced. I think when we are, as people, and I'm talking about humans and animals too, when humans are in loving, balanced relationships, our mental health is so much better. We are not as confrontational. We don't want to fight as much because we feel like, hey, my life is good. Why don't we sitting up here fighting with some old random hood rat that's smoking weed all day, don't have above a 12th grade education? Why would I lower myself down to fight with somebody like that? You know what I mean? Like some people, I look at them and be like, you know what? That would be like me fighting a third grader. Me fighting you would be like fighting a child. You're not even, I'm up here. You, and it's not worth it. If it's not worth it, then I'm not even going to go there with you. But if I think it's worth it, yeah, we're gonna get the party started. I like the party. I love the party. My partying is just different. While you sleep, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm up partying. Okay, you nuzzled all tight in your bed. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm up burning candles, printing pictures, pouring hot sauce, sticking peppers up your butt. I don't sleep anyway. So I guess the party started. I'm a Leo. I am a Leo. I do too. 3 o'clock in the morning is quiet. Most people are asleep. And when you sleep, your defenses is down. Because most people don't even know how to protect themselves. They don't have no protection. You gone to sleep, your defenses is down. The majority, you ain't got nothing in your house to protect you spiritually. That's when I come looking for you. Hey girl, how you doing? I heard you call me. You showed up. Going back to sleep. I just left a present for you. Night night. It be the crazy people that live forever though, Leah. You ever notice that? The drunk people, the drunk, crazy people on the street, they be old. They live forever. That's because spirit be protecting them. Some of those people are protected by Obatala. Those are his people. He gonna protect them crazy folks, them old crazy people that you see on the street that don't nobody mess with. Obatala is taking care of them. Ain't nobody gonna mess with them. There was this lady when I was a little kid here in Oakland, and I'm pretty sure she has passed away because I haven't seen her in a long time. But this was the story, was that she lost all of her kids in a house fire. I'm not really sure if that's true or not, but like this was the story that, I've heard from multiple sources that she lost all of her kids in a house fire. And she used to walk around with like a army helmet, those hard army hats, the round ones, on her head, and a trench coat, and all of her belongings. And she would ride the bus, so she had money because she would get on the bus with money, but I never ever heard her say anything to anybody. And I would see her sleeping in certain parks, sleeping downtown. I mean, I haven't seen her in a long time. I'm pretty sure she's probably passed away now. But I used to see her all the time. Nobody messed with her. Spirit ain't gonna let you mess with people who have had those type of mental breaks. You're not gonna mess with them. They gonna be protected. They got mental issues like that. Spirit is gonna protect them. This woman, they said she never lived in a house after she lost her kids. She lost her mind and she would never go, live in a house. She slept outside and nobody ever bothered her. So you got to be careful who you mess with, who be laughing at. You see somebody on the street and you laughing at them because, they are mentally challenged or on drugs or something. When I see people posting people on Facebook like that are, because I saw a video yesterday that somebody posted, you could tell that the woman was on a trip, like she had took some spice or whatever these drugs is, Waka Flocka or whatever, and somebody had added music to it, that song, she's a maniac, maniac, because the woman was like playing, rolling around in the water. She was like really going off. And to see people laughing at that video was just crazy to me. This woman is suffering from drug addiction. She is literally out her mind, and you sitting here laughing. Like, what kind of person are you to laugh at somebody that is down? And what kind of person are you to film that and then post it on the internet? That shows a lot about your character. When I see people doing that kind of stuff, I'm like, see, you could never, ever be on my team. Ever. Because certain things are just not funny to me when it's, when I know somebody that can't help themselves, and a lot of people feel like if you take drugs, then it's on you, and you don't have to do it. No one's forcing you to take the drugs, but yeah, your mind is forcing you to take the drugs. You're mentally ill. When you're that high, you're mentally ill, and your body craves those drugs. So yeah, you're not in your right mind. So why, what type of person would I be to laugh at you? Like, I saw this video the other day where a lady, she called it the bird box. What did she call it? Like the bird box punishment or something. She had blindfolded her children, small kids, like 6, 5, 4, and 6, something like that. Blindfolded them and was making them stick their hands in a bucket of water that she was calling the shark tank. The kids were crying. I mean, boo hooing, seriously crying. And when they would stick their hands down in there, she was taking like what looked like a little piece of plastic or something, and was like rubbing it up against their hands. And the kids, I guess, was thinking that that was the shark teeth trying to bite them, and they were snatching their hands out the water. And she was screaming, "Put your hands back in the shark tank! Put your hands back in the shark tank!" And people were laughing at the video. So eventually, the lady did say, "Take your blindfolds off." And, the little kids were just crying. They were crying. And, they lifted their blindfolds off to see that it was just, a bucket of water. But when it was going on, these little kids really thought that, something was biting them. And, a lot of people in the comment section were saying that, that was abusive. And people were saying, well, y'all don't know nothing about no abuse. Way more worse happened. At least she wasn't beating them. Yeah, she wasn't beating them physically, but she was beating them mentally. You can scar kids. And I'm like, some of y'all don't deserve children. You really don't. You really don't deserve no kids. I don't know what God was thinking when he made you a steward over a child, because that is clearly psychological abuse. You will have a child scared to take a bath and shit. They be thinking the shark gonna come out, because little kids can form some crazy stuff in their mind. I'm an adult and I can imagine some crazy shit. So you can imagine what a small child. Because I had problems in the bathtub when I was little. Like when I was young, my mother said she can only put like this much water, barely enough water to bathe me, because I would just go into straight up panic mode. I have never been a water. I'm a true Leo. I have always hated water. I love baths now, but I don't swim. When I go to the beach, it ain't getting no farther than my calf, because I don't even want the water coming up to my knees. That's too much. I'm only 5'3". Coming up to my knees, that's like half of my body. No. Mm-mm. So, yeah, I ain't never been no water child. kids be thinking sharks come up out the drain and some, they didn't watch something crazy on TV because y'all don't monitor what your kids watch. Little kids be thinking, Annabelle gonna pull them down the drain, all kind of stuff. I don't know, child. Them ain't my kids though. But it was crazy how people was getting mad at the people that was saying that it was, that it was mental abuse, psychological abuse. People were getting mad at those people. And the conversation was just so crazy that I just tapped out. I was just like, I'm not about to sit up here and argue with these stupid ass people. I'm not. You should have saw the comments, real life scenarios. The comments were crazy. Any psychologist that saw that would have said how disturbing that was. It was so disturbing. These kids were crying tears. I mean, boo hooing. Wait a minute. Let me tell y'all this. I just saw something on Entertainment Tonight where, now see, look, your kids don't need to see everything. Okay? A mother was on her way to a doctor's appointment. She had her two kids in the back seat. I think 6 and 10 or something like that. The husband was driving. Honey, the mama went into labor in the car and had the baby in the car. And the kids are in the back seat going off. I mean, they was boo-hooing. Do you hear me? The daddy was trying to, stay focused, drive carefully, get her to the house because he was thinking he was going to be able to make it. The mama had her feet up on the dashboard. She was like, we're not going to make it. That water broke, and that baby was like, you know what? I don't, I know, wait. I come now. And that baby popped out of her vagina with her two kids in the back seat screaming. And the little boy was filming. He wasn't like all up like this, but he was in the back seat. I mean, going off. Them little kids was scared to death. Because the mother could not control. I mean, shit, she was in pain. She couldn't control herself. She was screaming. She's trying to, it's okay. She was trying her best to reassure the kids and reassure herself. Her husband, I think he was in shock because he wasn't really saying nothing. He was just really trying to stay focused to get to the hospital because the baby came. You hear me? And the baby wasn't crying, and I think that kind of made her nervous. The baby wasn't crying, but the baby was like looking like, I came out in this dirty ass car. Like, I didn't even, okay, whatever. The baby wasn't crying or nothing. So the baby was perfectly fine. They get to the hospital, so they interviewed the parents after, and the news people was asking like, "What were you thinking?" And the daddy was like, "The only thing I was thinking was, let me stay focused so I can get to this hospital." The baby was born, I think he said like 2 or 3 minutes. They had about two or three more minutes, and they would have made it. That baby was like, "Nope, right here, right." She just came on out. Water broke. Baby popped out. I was like, damn, girl. And she was, I mean, the mama was screaming, but she wasn't like I was. Oh, God. I don't even want to talk about that. Yeah, the baby was like, oh, Lord, don't let me hit this dirty ass man. But the mama she grabbed her because she was reaching down there the whole time. So she grabbed her. It's not like she let the baby hit the floor. I know the baby was like, you better not let me hit that dirty ass floor. You bet not. Don't let me fall. Don't. And the baby looked like she had attitude too. Because she wasn't crying or nothing. She was looking like, you couldn't get to the hospital no quicker. See, I don't trust you already. You can't even drive fast. Got me coming out in this car. She looked like she had a major attitude. She was like, I'm not crying. I'm going to cry when I get to the hospital. Girl put all that on the internet. People don't care. Hi, Santa. People don't care. They will put anything on the internet. They don't care. They don't have no filter. And these grown folks, these ain't kids. I don't expect, nothing less from children because they don't know any better. But these grown people, she looked like she had an attitude for real. Like, you know what? I didn't sign up for this. I thought I was going to be born at a hospital, like at one of the state-of-the-art facilities. They told me I was going to be born at the new hospital. And then I done came out in this car. Oh, hell no. Mm-mm. She was like, don't you let me fall on that floor. Them old stale goldfish. Is them goldfish on the floor? Oh, hell no. Them some Cheerios over there. Don't you let me fall on this floor. This floor filthy. That baby was like, mm-mm. Leah said she was too dark-skinned to marry my grandfather. So my grandmother got very upset and prayed the prayer of death on her. I noticed some of her friends dibble and dabble in witchcraft. I sometimes wonder about my grandmother. Wait a minute! I missed the first part of that. Okay. Wait, let me go back up. Almost when I've always wondered about my grandmother. She wore all white, but she would preach in the pulpit. Oh, I remember her telling me a story about her sister-in-law who tormented her because she was too dark to marry my grandfather. So my grandmother got very upset and prayed a prayer of death on her. Ooh, dang. I ain't out here praying a prayer of death on nobody now. Uh, I saw a video of a couple both on drugs and their child was with them on the bus drinking his juice and having his chips. So sad because that child is probably embarrassed or scared. No, that child probably didn't been dealing with that for the longest. That that child. Okay. Good night, TJ. That child probably been going through that, and that's probably all they know. You know what I mean? Nope. I'm not dealing with Jay Wilson. I don't care what Jay Wilson do. I'm not dealing with him. I'm not involved in that drama. Because the only reason why I did that to Jay Wilson in the first place is because he said something about me that I didn't like. And as long as people don't bother me, I don't bother them. That's why you see me, you not gonna see me talking in nobody's chat. I don't go to people's chat. I don't start no mess because I know how I am. If you say something out of pocket to me, I'm not gonna take it kindly and then it's gonna be bad. So I stay on my channel, I mind my own business, and as long as Jay Wilson don't come over here bothering me, I ain't gonna bother him. I don't give a damn what he do. He can go straight to hell for all I care as long as he don't come over here. So I don't care nothing about the drama that he keeping up. As long as he keep that shit over there and don't come over here, we we will be fine. I ain't got time for him. What was that? I hope my battery ain't dying. Let me plug it in just in case. Because I saw him earlier today, him and Larry Nelson doing the suit challenge. I'm like, two grown men on the internet talking about whose suit looked the best. I didn't even know men did that. Y'all taking pictures talking about whose suit um looked the best. I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy to me. Some of the stuff that men do. I couldn't have no man like that. Yeah, that's what everybody has said. Oh, Leos love their long hair. I do really think that I am a true Leo. I love to take naps. I love the sun, even though the sun don't like me. I still love it. I like the beach. I just don't like getting in the water. But I love going to the beach. I don't know why I didn't put this in a cup. I love going to the beach though, but I'm just not really a water person. And have never been. Chismosos, men that like to gossip. You know what, y'all? This is the worst fingernail polish I have ever. No, probably not ever. But this fingernail polish is so streaky. Oh my gosh. I put it on. It's so streaky. And then I had to use like 3 coats to, I don't know. I'm bad at polishing. Maybe I should have put like a clear coat on top of it or something. I didn't already messed this one up. I hate streaky, um, I hate streaky fingernail polish. Like, that's normally a really good company. Like, I love all of their glitter polishes, but the polish is kind of thick. But all of their polish is kind of thick. Even the glitter polish be thick. And I don't know if that, is what makes it streaky or whatever. I don't know if it's just the color. Because the darker colors are not streaky like that. But these like pastel-y colors is so streaky. I mean, it really stands out on my nails, but I don't like it. I don't like the way it I don't like the way it I don't like it. Probably gonna end up giving that polish to my granddaughter. Cause I do not like you know what? I don't like for other people to do my nails. I haven't been to um I haven't been to a nail shop in eons. I know this is about to sound really strange, but I don't like for people to touch me. I know that probably sounds bad, but I don't. I don't like for people to touch my hands. I don't like for people to touch I especially don't like for nobody to touch my feet. I think I've gotten does this thing work? No. Really? Oh yeah, dude. I think I've gotten a pedicure maybe once. I don't like for people to touch my feet. I don't. When I went to the orthopedist and he you know, they when they did the X-rays of my ankle, it was like, oh, can you take your socks off so I can, you know, see what your ankle look like? And oh my God, because he literally had to like touch my feet to, you know, like flex the my ankle and stuff, and he was like, relax your foot, and I was like, I can't, I have a problem with people touching my feet. He was like, really? And I was like, yes. He was like, well, can you flex it by yourself? And I was like, yes, I can, you know, I'm all doing all the, yeah, my ankle works, see. I will do anything. I don't touch him, because when, as soon as he, you know, grabbed, well, he didn't grab it, but, you know, he touched my foot to flex, my foot just automatically got stiff. Like Gizmo do when I put him in the bathtub. This, he know something is going on. When I bring him in the bathroom and I close the door, he knows that he about to have a bath. And, you know, he just like, oh, fuck, here we go. And I pick him up and I put him in the bathtub, and he just, I mean, he's so stiff. And I'm just, you know, I'm talking to him. I'm like, okay, baby, it's going to be over. And he just be like, I think he'd probably be holding his breath. So I, you know, hurry up and give him a bath and, you know, get him out, because he don't, you know, he gets stiff on you like a stare. He, oh, look, Gizmo. My baby don't be moving. Yeah, I don't like nobody touching my feet. I do not want nobody to touch my feet. Yeah, this is a pretty polish, but it's streaky. I don't know. I'm probably gonna take it off tomorrow because I'm irritated. Where are we? Oh, we only at an hour. Y'all ain't got nothing to talk about? Because I'm tired of talking. I done talked about everything. Oh, I love glitter. Y'all know I'm the glitter queen. I love glitter. I'm gonna use some glitter. Let me see if it's anything on Instagram I want to talk about. What am I gonna do with that spell? I wonder if I can get that stuff off and reuse that doll. Ain't nobody, none of y'all in this ain't, I have never. It is. I got lights on. I'm sleeping with the lights on. I can't even get it together. I'm telling you. Mm-mm, mm-mm. And I got a skylight in my bedroom. Sometimes you make mistakes. Sometimes you make mistakes. I'm really, I'm gonna have to leave because I can't. I don't even know what's happening here. I'm nervous. It's the end of May, and this is we about to float away. Ain't nobody in Ohio, is it? Ain't none of y'all in Ohio, are you? Cause didn't a tornado go down through there in Ohio? I'm praying for y'all. I would probably lose my mind if I was in a tornado. I really think I would. Cause I'm so scary. When it comes to like weather stuff, I get I get scared so easy. I don't play when thunder and lightning and Oh God, a tornado would drive me crazy. I was asking my granddaughter, did she stay? Did she stay on the video after I told her to get off? Okay. I'm bored, y'all. I'm about to leave. Cause y'all ain't talking about nothing. And y'all know I don't get into that I don't get into I don't get into that drama and stuff. That shit drives me crazy. I can't keep up with it. Be so much drama on YouTube. I can't even keep up with why this person, I was trying to keep up at one point. Why this person fighting this person? Why they don't like this person? Who fighting Jay? Who is? And it seemed like every day it's a new player, a new person, and I can't keep up with all these people. I can't watch all these videos. Then the fight then blew up, and I don't know why that person mad at that person. And I'm not gonna be going back trying to watch all these videos because I know that shit loud. I know um Duchess Kelly Love is fighting Heidi Fly. And I don't know. It's too many fights for me. I can't keep up with all that shit. So I just stopped. I can't watch all. I can't keep up with who fighting who, why they fighting, why you don't like that person, why this person, who that, who is that, well, who is that, and who I can't do all that. I don't have the patience. What do you think of ancestor money? Somebody asked me about that before, and the conversation took a real strange uh turn. Like the person was saying something like, "You gotta pay your ancestral debt. You gotta pay debt for what you gotta pay for what your ancestors did." It, I don't know. That shit didn't make a bit of sense to me. Why would no, I don't believe in it. That's my answer. I don't believe in it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why do your ancestors need money to pay for their debt in the spirit? Their debt rolled over is passed down to you. So you need to, I don't know. I don't believe in it. It don't make no sense to me. And the person that was trying to tell me about it couldn't make it make sense, and she got mad at me and stopped talking to me. So I don't know. It don't make sense to me. Why do they need money? Why do spirits need money? What do they need money for? couldn't make it make sense. Why do deities need money? Because giving an offering for something that, work that a spirit is doing for you is different than, you're not paying a debt. Even in biblical times, when the ministers or, whoever did spirit work for you, you brought an offering. So that's been tradition, but not giving money to spirits. Not like people say that you're paying some type of ancestral debt. That's something totally different that I don't understand. So my thing for that is gonna always be no. I mean, I don't I don't understand it. Now somebody can make me understand it, then I think about it. But nah, I don't think so. So do you know why? Why they need it? I might be able to get this off and reuse this. I don't want to throw this one away. Oh, I'm glad I didn't use any because I do want to reuse this. You alright? I have to clean you off so I can reuse you. I mean, what is your take on it? Maybe you know something that I don't know. But from what I've heard, it's a no. I don't think so. Supposedly when you burn the money it attracts more money. Yeah, that don't make no sense to me. That's what you burn bay leaves for. Why would you burn money to get money? Burn real money or play money? You burning real money or play money? Paper money. What's paper money? Play money? Like Monopoly money? Like that fake money that you buy from the store? Yeah. I don't know. I mean I have heard it. Yeah. I have heard it. But yeah, but when I give an offering, I give real money, not fake money. You can't pay with fake money. Yeah, yeah, I've heard of that. The hell notes. Yeah, that don't make no sense to me. I don't know. Because I'm not, yeah, I don't know. No, I don't think I was here before. Even though my mom said that I got an old soul. I don't know. I could have been. Who knows? My mom said I got, an old soul. But I just feel like God is way more infinite than to have to recycle souls. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you get to heaven and it's some recycle plant. You just get to walk in, shake hands with Jesus, and then you walk out. Then what's the use of even going there if it's gonna be some turnaround thing? I think God is more infinite than that. When he's creating us, he's just creating us a new soul every time. Now we may have trait like, when people say you have an old soul, that's just that you may have some traits. I think certain traits are, why it smell like somebody burning something? Certain traits are passed down in your family. Like we country people, really. My family is from Louisiana, and even though I've been in California all my life, I still have certain country traits. So I think when people say that, you have a child that is an old soul, I just think that they pick up certain traits. We pick up certain traits from family members or whatever. I don't really believe that, souls are being recycled. I just think that God is so much bigger than that. And there's no reason to recycle souls. Just make another person. But I mean, if you feel like you've been here before, I'm not one to bust your bubble. If you feel like you reincarnated, who am I to tell you that you're not? I don't know. And I don't really put a whole lot of thought into that because I'm not a psychic. I'm not um let's see, how can I put this? I'm not a psychic. I'm not one of those type of people that I'm not looking for spirits. I'm not, calling down spirits like you're not going to come to me and I'm, going to sit you down in a room and calling your grandmother. I'm not that type of spiritualist. That's not my ministry. That's not my calling. I'm more of a root worker. I like to do spells and, I like to get my hands dirty. I don't mind being at the cemetery. I'm not into, calling on the spirits and seances and all that kind of stuff. That is definitely not my ministry. I don't want to see no spirits. I don't want to talk to no spirits. I'm not out here looking for spirits. I'm not ghost hunting. Some people, because I was watching a video last night with Graveyard Girl, and she was at either Disney World, I think, doing some kind of ghost hunting thing. She had one of them little ghost voice box things or something that's supposed to detect spirits, and some kind of little box that I guess is supposed to turn red when spirits are in the area or whatever. I'm not doing that. I'm not looking for no spirits. Like I would not have been with her doing that because I don't want to do it. I ain't into that. But at least she's consistent though. To me, she was more interesting when she was doing her whole graveyard girl thing. I think when she tried to become famous and doing all the makeup and all of that kind of stuff, she lost some of her thing was, she was getting a lot of hits doing the graveyard thing. That was her thing. And then she stopped doing that completely and started doing makeup, and then she was famous with that for a while, and then those videos started to fall off because a lot of the kids and stuff that was watching her realized they could not afford none of that shit she was talking about, because what 13-year-old girl can afford like a $200 makeup palette or $50 lipstick? These kids can't afford that kind of stuff. But they enjoyed looking at her graveyard videos, in which she should have just stuck with that, because people are really into the paranormal. So now she going back to doing the paranormal videos. Well, TJ, how you gonna be scared of watching a graveyard a video of somebody the at Disney World looking for ghosts, but you trying to be a spiritualist? How are you afraid of that? Like you can't even watch the video? How are you doing spirit work? I don't understand that. The video was, I mean, it's interesting. That kind of stuff is just not for me. You know, I wouldn't, I could watch it. I can watch you, I watch some ghost hunting type videos, but I'm not going to be out here hunting down no ghosts. I'm not gonna be looking for them. But if that's what you want to do, in the video was interesting because she had like the backstory of I guess a little boy that was supposedly killed, accidentally killed at Disney World in one of the rides at the haunted mansion or whatever. And I guess it's believed that people scatter their children's ashes there, even though they're not supposed to. I guess some little boy that had cancer and his parents snuck and scattered some of his ashes at the ride because the little boy loved to go there. So I mean the backstory, she gives a good backstory. It's not just spooky ooky ooky. It wasn't just that. She gave an interesting backstory. You know the girl liked to talk. She just like me. She loved to talk. She just I don't know. It's just kind of like she kind of lost her way, and she was trying to figure. She's trying to get back to making that money like she was making. Cause I mean, when you got like 3 and 4 million subscribers, well 7, I think she got like 7 million subscribers, and your views is low, she not making the money that she was making. So I think now she's supposed to be going on tour and doing some appearances. And you notice how these bigger YouTubers work together? Because I noticed her, Jeffree Star, and Rich Lux, they've been doing videos together. You see how these rich folks, they keep the money, they help each other. It's us smaller YouTubers that fight with each other and be calling each other a bunch of, names and stuff and won't collab with each other because you don't have as many subscribers as I have and all that kind of stuff, which is so stupid. It's so stupid. The storyline was interesting, but the last part of the video, I called it off because the EMP frequency was still coming through the phone. I'm not trying to have Rosa Jean's spirit up the street hear that. No, I don't know anything about that. Yeah, my mom used to say that too. Yeah, but I may not be trying to call, but I don't. Hey, if that's your thing, and if your video is interesting, I'm gonna watch it. Okay, TJ, I don't believe all that because the frequency coming through your phone can call upon spirits in your house. Not in my house. They ain't gonna come to my house because my house is protected. So you're not gonna send nothing through no phone to my house. If you do, you gonna get it back like a double barrel shotgun. So nah, I'm not buying that. There's a lot of people now, Leah, that don't believe in the Bible. Well, I think Graveyard Girls use so many products that's so expensive that, the kids, because she has a younger audience. And she needs to understand that these kids, these young kids, are still buying their makeup from, drugstores because that's what they can afford. They're not going to Mac and Estee Lauder and, buying all this expensive makeup because they can't afford that stuff. So you got to cater to your audience. She should have did more videos with like makeup looks from for like drugstore makeup. Like all of her stuff shouldn't be like Jeffree Star and James Charles and Mac and all of these expensive brands because the kids can't afford it. That's why when I do spells, it's stuff that you can afford. I'm not gonna come on here with a whole bunch of expensive items and stuff because then you won't be able to relate to me. You can't do what I'm doing because you can't afford it. Now there are things that I use that that ain't your business that I won't show you. But when I do spells and stuff, I try to keep it, at a minimum. Because if you buy a lot of spell books, a lot of them have such complicated ingredients. It'd be like 500 ingredients for one little old love spell. You gotta damn near go out and find a black cat and snatch all his whiskers out and all this kind of stuff, which to me is unnecessary. Keep it simple. Hey, Cola, keep it simple. Because who is going to be able to find a bat wing and the eye of a black cat? And no, I don't have time for all that. Plus, I live in the hood. These cats fight back. I'll try to run up on a cat and snatch their whiskers. That cat gonna beat my ass. I'm not about that life. Okay? So I try to keep it simple. Yeah, some of these spells, girl, be having all kind of stuff. Dragon's blood and I don't want to do all that. You gotta you gotta go and get the skin of a black chicken and like who has time for that? I'm not about to do that. Yeah, you can get a candle from anywhere. From the dollar store, from Walgreens. That stuff is easy. It's easy to get. You don't have to be out here trying to get the most expensive stuff, doing all these expensive spells, and especially if you're not experienced anyway. Most of y'all, it ain't even time for you to be trying to do all of that kind of stuff. And I can tell when people are not experienced because they, come in, get into my, dang, they out there having a party. Um, I'm so nosy. They, slide in my DMs asking me, crazy questions. And then it just lets me know they don't know what they're doing. Well, it depends on what you're trying to do, Cola. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going out here trying to snatch the heart out of a chicken. No, I'm not doing all that. She said, plus they have spicy noodles. I'm not, I don't mess with the noodles no more. They say those noodles are really not good for us. Well, Cola, you know too, if you don't believe in your spells, the spirits ain't gonna believe in them either. You gotta work on your faith because the spirits are feeding off of your energy. And they like, well, hell, if she don't believe it's working, the hell, we don't even have to show up there. Cause she ain't got no faith in it no way. I ain't gonna go over there. Cause she done already put it out in the universe that her spells don't work. So what we gonna show up there for? You gotta work on your faith. Cause if you don't have no faith, the spirits ain't gonna have no faith either. And they won't even show up. Cause you're not gonna be wasting their time. They like, well, she ain't got no faith anyway. I ain't going over there. When she get her faith together, I swing by there. And see, they be telling me to, you know what? Shut up. Your little cocky ass. There go Lashana. Here she go. But I mean, it took me a while to work on my faith. It takes some time. Because I'm not going to be out here wasting my ingredients and not having no faith that it's going to work. That's a waste of money. I ain't doing that. This shit ain't free. Y'all see me putting my peppers back in this bag because I didn't work no I didn't like no candle or nothing, so I can reuse these peppers. I'm gonna ditch the herbs, but I'll just reuse the peppers. But you gotta have faith in your works. Because the spirit ain't gonna show up. Because they be like, well, she ain't gonna waste my time either. I'm not gonna sit here and let her waste my time. After I done showed up, she don't even have enough faith in the part that she doing, but she expect me to no. I need a Ziploc bag for that. Don't be worried, Phyllis. Just say your prayer and go on to the doctor. Phyllis, we already know you're gonna be late, sweetheart. You don't have to apologize for being late. We already know you're gonna be late. You are a late bird. We would not expect you to be on time, Phyllis. We don't. We know you're going to be late, sweetheart. We have accepted the fact that you're going to be late. We know you are. So how can we get mad at you? At least you're consistent. You're consistently late. You are consistent. That's for real, for real. Okay, Moth Mama. Is she gone? Because I didn't see when she said that. Why would you want to dominate somebody? I don't think that they're bad, but I don't think you should. I don't think you should. Like, are you trying to dominate somebody that to make them love you? To that kind of stuff, I don't do. I don't want to. I don't want to dominate somebody. That's not my thing. But that is some people's thing, though. Some people are into domination. I'm not. I'm not into domination. I don't really like for people to ask me to bind them to somebody because if the person don't like you, they don't like you. You know what I mean? Or if the dude that left you and he didn't with somebody else, he left you for a reason, and you probably should let him go. Cause that could just be spirit telling you that that ain't the right one. Let him go. Especially if he done left you for somebody else, let the other person have him. Because if they come back, they not gonna stay. They're gonna find somebody else. Because they're not ready to stay. And you can bind yourself to somebody, they may stay with you for a while, but you're gonna have to constantly be working. And is it worth it? Is it worth all of that? Why? Why do you want to be with somebody that don't want to be with you? Find somebody that want to be with you. I'm not about to bind myself to nobody. I'm not about to try to force nobody to love me. If you don't love me, you don't love me. I'm just gonna move on and find somebody that do love me. It's too many people out here looking for love to put yourself in a position where you gotta tie somebody up to force them to love you. No, I'm not doing that. What? It's nothing wrong with that, Phyllis. You want another baby? There's nothing wrong with going through menopause. That's a part of life. That is the circle of life. That's what women go through. Well, if you're going through menopause, go through it. I've been going through it for years. Still going through it. I'll be 55 this year. I'm still going through it. I don't know when it started though, because with me having a partial hysterectomy, it's no telling like when it started or what. I don't care. I don't even care. I mean, I've gotten to the point now where I'm just dealing with these hot flashes and praying to God one day they stop. But I mean, it is what it is. Who cares? I didn't want no more kids, so the not having a period frees me up. I don't have to worry about that. I ain't in no pain. I ain't got to worry about no pads. That I don't never. I can have sex whenever I want to. I ain't got to worry about nothing. So, honey, I'm happy. You hear me? I'm happy. I done did enough of that in my past. So, you got to look at that as a plus. Because if you don't want no kids, then menopause is your next step. I think sometimes we as women, we need to realize this. We didn't had our heyday. Not that I ain't still fine. I'm still fine. If I get dressed up, I looks good for 55 almost. But that's just a part of life where the body is constantly evolving, and menopause is part of the evolution. We go through it. You're a child. You go from that to having your period, to having babies, to raising your kids, then to you moving away from that. So that's where we at. If you in your 50s, you in your 40s, some women start earlier than that. Now because of the food and all of these chemicals and stuff, women are having to freeze their eggs in their early 30s, freezing their eggs and, going through all of these problems is from all of these chemicals and stuff. I'm glad I had my babies in the 80s. I didn't go through that. I didn't have a problem with either one of, my pregnancies. Both both of my kids were delivered vaginally. I, didn't have to have a C-section or anything. But now I see so many women on YouTube making these videos about their, baby was born stillborn, all of these kids being born, with autism and, you know, other issues. That has to be directly related to what we're eating. Just like watching that show on HBO, Chernobyl, about that nuclear um, reactor explosion. And all of these babies now are being born with major defects. Cleft palate. They showed it's look at some of these videos on YouTube. I saw a baby that was in the crib laying down. Both of the legs were pointed in that direction. Like the baby was laying down on his back and the legs were like that. And, they couldn't come down. Just major defects. Babies being born with no hands, no feet, one leg, one arm, blind, deaf. The majority of them are severely mentally challenged from radiation poisoning. And some of the women that were pregnant when the accident occurred, they said the babies absorbed the radiation. So the mother survived and the baby was born defective. Some of them only living a couple of hours and dying. And then later on, the mother would die from either some type of cancer, thyroid cancer, or whatever. So all of these, defects now, stillborn babies, all of this kind of stuff, I really believe is directly related to what we're eating, to all of these chemicals in the food. I really do. But that's something that you have to deal with, Leah. You got to deal. I mean, I have hot flashes every day. I deal with them all the time. At night, during the day, I have them. I will just start sweating. Y'all see, sometimes my glasses be fogging up. That's because my little face be so hot. I just deal with it. It's just, things that you can't change, you shouldn't trip off of. Like, I can't change my weight right now. I ain't gonna worry about it. I can't change my teeth. It is what it is. I'm not gonna worry about it. And I'm not going to let anybody make me feel shame for anything that's going on with my body because I can't change it. If you can't fix it, then don't let nobody make you feel bad for going through it. Okay, I'm fat. It is what it is. Shit. My doctor even don't say nothing to me no more about losing weight. Cause he know. I give his ass the look. Don't you start. Don't start now, won't be now. He don't bother me about my weight. He'll just, little sneak some in like you still walking? How's your dog doing? You still walking? I'm still walking. On the days that my ankles or feet and feet not hurting. If my ankle hurting, I ain't walking. You know? Shit. If I lose some weight, good. But I'm not going to stress over the fact that, the weight is not falling off the as fast as I wanted to, or allow people to shame me for being overweight or whatever. Cause don't nobody on the internet know my fucking struggle. Don't nobody know what I'm going through. The majority of people don't know, what autoimmune disease that I have. And that was one thing that, my doctor, I was talking to him the other day, he kept telling me, he said, you can't push yourself anymore. He said, you have an autoimmune disease. The slightest amount of stress will affect your body. You have to listen to your body. If your body says rest, you need to rest. If your body says sleep, you need to sleep. If your body say eat, you need to eat. You have an autoimmune disease. You are not like everybody else. And you have to treat yourself accordingly. And I was like, you right. You say that. Because I do. I, sometimes stress that the house is not looking the way I want it to. You know, Sometimes I get frustrated because I bringing the vacuum cleaner upstairs. The vacuum cleaner is heavy, and it's not really bulky, but it's kind of heavy. And if I forget to tell my husband to bring it upstairs so I can vacuum, while he's at work or whatever, then when he comes home and it's looking kind of crazy and I didn't do it, I get upset. And I was telling my doctor that, and he was like, forget that vacuum cleaner. He was like, "Hey, don't make no sense for you to be trying to drag no vacuum cleaner upstairs. If you forgot to tell your husband to bring it upstairs, then you tell him the next day and vacuum the next day. Whatever was on the floor that you didn't vacuum up ain't gonna kill neither one of y'all. Don't be stressing over nothing, because stress releases certain hormones in the body, especially for people that have autoimmune diseases. It just makes your pain worse. So I can't be stressing. That's why I do voodoo on people, so I don't have to stress. You fuck with me, I'm gonna put something on your ass and go on about my business, so that I don't have to stress about it. That's me. That's the person I am. I advise you to take that advice. Because I'm not going to be out here stressing. I don't care about what people think about me, how people look at me. I don't give a damn. Y'all know I don't care. Because I be out here with unicorn headbands and glitter and stars. I don't be matching. I, have on tie-dye and two different color socks and all kind of stuff. I don't care. When I go in the stores, when I be made up and have on all my glitter and stuff, people be looking at me, especially little kids. I don't care. I just smile and wave. Hey, I got on my little bendies and my little stars and stuff. People be staring. I don't care, John. Hey, how you doing? Doing my little pastel golf thing. I be out here, child, thinking I am the cutest one there. You can't tell me shit. Because I've just gotten to the point now where I don't care anymore. I have cared for so long. For so long, I have tried to fit into what mainstream has said is beautiful. You got to wear this. You got to wear this style. You got to wear this color. You got to be this size. You got to wear this makeup. You can't wear this fingernail polish. All your fingernail polish got to match. And I never wanted to be matchy, matchy, cutesy, cutesy. I always wanted to be that weird person. So I'm weird. I like it. And if you want to, fit into what society has deemed is beautiful, you go right ahead. But I choose not to. So I'm gonna walk down the street with a crown, a plastic crown that I got from the dollar store. Yes, I will. I sure will. Cause that's me. Yeah, I'm gonna be me. Child. I sure will, Phyllis. You know I will. You know I will burn a black candle on their ass in a minute. I will sure enough do it. But you not going that's what you're not gonna do. You're not going to steal my joy. You're not. I'm in my 50s. I am enjoying my grandkids. I want to live to see my great grandkids. I want to be that cool granny that you come over my house, it's always something to play with. My granddaughter come over here, I always got fingernails and makeup for her to play in, and we always got crafts and stuff to do. The boys come over, we got Xboxes and all of that stuff for them to play games and all of that. I always got something for the little girls, got something for the little boys. So yeah, I'm that cool grandma. Cause you're not going to come over here. We're not gonna be baking cookies. We ain't doing that. You got to get that from your other grandma. Cause you're not gonna come over here and think I'm gonna be teaching you how to make cookies. And no, we're not doing that. You want some cookies? Come on, let's go to the store or let's call DoorDash. Cause we're not making no cookies. Let's go to Krispy Kreme. Granny ain't making no cookies. Okay, that ain't me. I'm not gonna make no cake. I ain't making no cookies. Oh, you want a cake? Let's go to the bakery. Cause I'm not making nothing. Can you make some pancakes? Come on, let's go to IHOP. No, I ain't that grandma. And I'm not embarrassed to say that I'm not that grandmother. My mother was that. My mother would, come over to her house, my kids, she made pancakes from scratch and cornbread and I can't cook, but I don't want to right now. So I ain't that granny. I'm the granny that will take you to Golden Corral, that will take you to Hometown Buffet, that'll take you to Hot Topic, that'll take you to Krispy Kreme. I'm that grandma. Okay? I will take you to the steakhouse. That's the granny that I am. You're not gonna come over here and we gonna be making pancakes. No. Let's go to IHOP. Come on, let's get up and brush your teeth. Let's go eat. That's me. Now, some grandmothers my friend in Canada. She bakes from scratch. She is in the kitchen with her grandkids. They always doing something. That's not my ministry. And I love to watch her do that with, her grandkids. I love that. That ain't my thing. I'm the grandma that's going to take you to Hot Topics. We're going to go to Spencer's. We're going to go to Victoria's Secret. Me and my granddaughter, honey, when we shops, we get down. We go to the mall. We hit all the stores. Okay? We're going to go to Walmart. We're going to go to Hot Topic. We're going to go to Spencer. We're going to go to Victoria's Secret. We're going to go to Bath and Body Works. That's me. We're going to go to Buffalo Wild Wings. We're going to go to Golden Corral. That's me. Okay? That's the granny I am. We're going to go get Slurpees. We're going to 7-Eleven. You just got to know who you are. And don't compare yourself to other people. I mean, even as parents, don't compare what, the other PTA moms is doing. Hell, if you ain't no baker, go and if the kids got to bring cookies, it's okay to go buy some cookies. Shit. And if you want to, lie. go to the bakery, get the cookies, because that's what I used to do. I used to go to, Safeway or whatever. You know how they got the cookies in the little plastic thing. So you take them out of there, put them in put you a nice little dish towel down in your thing, and put the little cookies in there and make it look like you made them, and give them to here, baby. Take these to school, and that came from Safeway. Don't trip. Cause baking cookies, that ain't my thing. Like, I get the little frozen cookies, and we used to cut those up. I have made cookies with my kids before, but I mostly do the little frozen ones. Every now and then I'd let them go on. You want to make some cookies? Okay, we gonna make some cookies. But it's just easier to get the frozen thing, cut them up, put them on a tray, put them in the oven, and they ready in what, 10 minutes. Don't stress yourself out trying to be June Cleaver when that ain't your ministry. June Cleaver, she didn't work outside the home. That was Leave It to Beaver's mama. She didn't work outside the home. So while her husband was at work, she could be at home doing all that shit. You probably gotta work. So when you get home, you ain't trying to do all that. And don't even stress yourself out trying to do that. Shit. Trying to compete with somebody else. And probably that woman probably tired and grumpy and everything. Girl, you better stop off at Five Guys and get them kids some burgers and come home and pour you a brandy, and y'all sit up and watch Netflix till it's time for them to go to bed. You make them kids get in the bathtub and go to bed. You spend about 30 minutes getting yourself together for work tomorrow and going on about your business. Shit. And trying to come home and fix black eyed peas and cornbread and yams and all that, the kind of stuff. You got to pick the kids up from school. You don't get home till 6 o'clock, and then you gonna be out here frying chicken at, oh hell no, during the week. No, that's the stuff you do on the weekends. Mm-mm. No, no. Well, he was just gonna have to get mad. My kids wouldn't get mad though, because I would get the cookies, like the frozen ones that you cut up. I would let them get the ones that had like the faces on them, like the sugar cookies. They loved it at Halloween because they would have like the little pumpkins or jack o' lantern faces in the cookies. My kids love that kind of stuff. And my kids just really wasn't that picky. They didn't care if I made the cookies as long as we had cookies. They don't care where they came from, as long as we had them. If we had an unlimited supply of Capri Suns, my kids wouldn't fuss. As long as they had juice and some chips, that variety box of chips, I always had that. And my kids was cool. I mean, I cook for my husband, but like right now, we are really not eating a lot of, well, we don't eat any red meat that I cook. Like, we might eat a burger every now and then, but mostly all we eat is like baked chicken or boiled chicken and brown rice and vegetables. And my diet is so weird because my digestive system be tripping. So I kind of eat the same thing all the time. And me and my husband are both watching our blood pressure, so we're kind of funny about what we eat. I ain't frying. I'm not frying nothing. We don't eat a whole lot of fried food, period. So that's not going on in this house. Our diets are really simple. Yeah, I see. I have irritable bowel. I have IBS C, the constipated from my pain medicine. So I don't mess with. I eat real simple. I eat the same thing basically all the time. We eat cereal or oatmeal for breakfast. My husband eats oatmeal almost every morning. Coffee, that's it. Lunch, he's not here because he go to work like 1:30, 2 o'clock. So he don't eat lunch here. And usually he takes a salad to work. If I didn't have thyroid issues, I probably would be thin. Yeah, I don't eat seafood anymore. Yeah, mine is usually Kango. Okay, T Shetty 81. She said good morning. Where's she at? Cause it's nighttime here. I thought you was gone, TJ. TJ, let me ask you something. No, I better not do that. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna send you an email, okay? When I get off here, I'm gonna send you an email because I got a question I gotta ask you. But I'm gonna send you an email. I'm about to go. It's 12 a.m. in Texas. It's 10 here. Why is my thing why is it not charging? What is wrong with this charger? I'm finna go because we've been on here 2 hours. Oh, Botswana, Africa is 7 a.m. Wow. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Wow. I gotta get my DNA thing, my ancestry thing done. It's 1 o'clock in Baltimore? God dog. Why go to bed, y'all? Why y'all wanna go to bed? I wanna get my ancestry thing done because my grandson had his done and so his mom is Caucasian and of course his father would be African American because his father is my son and I'm black. And so his thing came back that he is, let's see, what is it? What is it? Cameroonian. He is 16% from the Cameroon, Congo, and the southern Bantu people, and 15% Nigerian. So that would mean that we are people, that our people really did practice this religion because the Nigerians are the ones that really practice, like the Oshun River is in Nigeria. And when I saw his ancestry, I literally fell out. But somebody had already told me, um, a guy from Africa. I had went to this African restaurant, and the guy, the owner had, saw me, and he, came over to me and he was like, "Where are you from?" And I was like, "Here." And he was like, "All your life?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he had a very serious, heavy African accent. So I knew he was African. So he sat down and he told me, he was like, your people have to be from Cameroon. He said, "You look just like, you know, a Cameroon woman. They, have, you know, African men, when they talk to women, when they say, they'll just come out and call you big or whatever. You know what I mean? And not trip like we do here in America." So he was like, "Yeah, they big women with, you know, pretty faces, big, they big women. The women are big and beautiful and they love the women." And so when I came home and I had Googled what they look like, and we do look like them. We really do. Now come to find out that we are them, because clearly my grandson, he got his DNA thing back. And yeah, that's where we're from. And if he is, it has to be part of me, because that's my grandchild. So it was just interesting. I do want to get I want to get mine done also. But it's interesting because he has one black parent and one completely white parent, because his mother is completely white. Both of her parents are Caucasian. She's not, mixed like Amani's mother is Filipino and black. My grandson, his mother is white. So it would be interesting. Okay, she said, "Oh yeah, that's us. Southern Bantus that covers South Africa, Botswana, Zambia, Zimbabwe. I don't know how to pronounce the other one. Nairobi and Congo." Well, that's where he's from. Well, that's what his DNA thing said. I mean, it said some other things too, but basically that. So I was like, "Wow, that's really interesting." I mean, but he's a really cute kid. Looks a lot like me, just a lot thinner, much thinner. Who is Yardy Craig Gamer? You have a question? Well, come on, sweetheart. Ask your question so I can get ready to go. Because I done already been on here 2 hours and it's time for me to go. So I'm gonna let you have the last question. That's me, Leah. But you know what? I'm funny too. Even with the TV dinners, the only thing that I really like sometimes is just macaroni and cheese. I eat a lot of salads though. Okay, come on, sweetheart, and ask your question so I can get ready to go now. I bet you my ancestors was yeah, I think that they probably were warriors, and I think that my ancestors also were probably like the medicine people. Like I can really see some of my ancestors being like shaman or root workers or medicine people, because I've always been interested in healing, always. Even as a kid, I thought about being a nurse for a while. I did work in a medical office as a medical assistant for a while. So I really believe that healing, that is part of my ancestry. along with people that fight too, because I do have that a serious fighting type spirit. My friend is having a hard time. Can I do a freeze them out spell for her? If you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, you can. But I don't think you should do it if you don't know what you're doing. And why she can't do it? Why your friend can't do it? Why do you have to do it? If your friend having a hard time, why your friend can't do the spell? Because um it would be more potent coming from the friend than it would coming from you. Like even when I do spells for people, I want them to do the work. Like I will send you the ingredients, but I want you to do the work. Unless it's something that I feel like you're not ready to do. But some things you got to do on your own. I can send you the herbs and stuff, but I want you to do the work. You the one trying to do something to that person. I ain't mad at them. You are. Okay, bye T Shetty 81. She doesn't know how. Well, yeah, if you know how, do it. If you know how to do it then. If she don't know how to do it, then yeah, if you know how to do it, do it. But just make sure you know how to do it. Yeah, you cover yourself. You have to, when you doing spirit work for other people, you have to be protecting yourself. You can't just be out here willy nilly, just out here doing stuff. You got to know what you're doing. I cover myself when certain things I won't even do in my house. I do that stuff outside somewhere. So just if you know what you're doing, then do it. You know how to cover yourself and protect yourself, then I'm all for it. But if you don't, then I'm going to say no. Because why get caught up in somebody else's stuff? That's not even your stuff. I mean, I know that's your friend and we don't want to see our friends get hurt. But sometimes our friends have to get hurt. There's a lesson in that pain sometimes. Sometimes you can't stop somebody from getting hurt. That's like us as parents. We don't want to see our kids fall. But sometimes they got to fall. And then they won't do that no more. So some things people are supposed to go through. You can't stop that. It's not for you to stop it. Sometimes there's a lesson in there that person has to learn. And we as friends sometimes have to kind of, okay, don't do that. Leave that person alone. They're hurting you. Try to talk to them before you jump straight into trying to hurt that person because they're hurting your friend. Sometimes our friends put themselves in situations and we see that they putting themselves in that shit, and instead of correcting them, we want to hurt the other person, and it's not fair. That's not right. Correct your friend. If she keep going back to a dude that's hurting her, don't punish him. She don't have to keep going back to him. Check your friend. Sometimes we just got to be honest with our friends and be like, girl, what is wrong with you? Leave him alone. When you know that your friend don't have to be with that person. Don't hurt him because she making a mistake. because she hard-headed, you want to hurt him. No, that's not fair. It's not. So sometimes you have to, you have to be able to look at the situation, judge what's going on fairly. Be fair. If you know that your friend know better, was raised better, but keep running back to some dude that don't do nothing but smoke weed and play Xbox all day, and she giving him money, that ain't his fault. That's her fault. So why would you punish him? Because he taking the money? That's her fault. Freeze your friend. Don't punish him. Put her in the freezer. Make her calm down. You see what I'm saying? Tie the hands of your friend so she stopped going back to him. She is a sweet person and she's being hurt. They're trying to get her fired. She has kids to feed. How? How are they trying to get her fired? But how are they trying to get her fired though? How? How do you get somebody fired? What are they doing to get her fired? And who is they? Her co-workers? Like you have to give me more information than that. Her co-workers are trying to get her fired by getting other co-workers to write false reports on her behavior. What kind of behavior? Like what's going on? Cause see, at work sometimes we get into these positions and we start to think that people that we work with are our friends. And the majority of the time they're not. They're not your friends. They're your coworkers. And that's what you have to treat them like. You got to be careful. You get in, y'all click up, and you talk about each other. You know what I mean? And then when you fall out, they got all this ammunition about you because y'all done all been sitting around talking about each other, and then it turns into something bad. That's why you have to be careful, what you talk about at work, what you do at work, who you share information with. Sometimes we have a tendency to give people too much information about ourselves because then that information can be used against us. You got to be careful. You can't trust people at work. Those people are not your friends. And then you end up in a situation that you in now when you don't know what to do or who to trust. Those are coworkers. They ain't your friends. Especially if y'all competing for jobs and you competing for commissions and all that kind of stuff. People be cutthroat at work. That's the nature of the beast. Money brings out the worst in people. It always has, and it always will. But sometimes you have to let people fight their own fight. That ain't your fight. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but sometimes you gotta let people deal with their own stuff. Like, I don't know the situation. I can't really say, but I don't know. Just sometimes I'm not for fighting nobody else's battles. If it ain't like family or whatever, I'm not fighting for you like that. Especially if I don't know. I don't know. I can't say. That's why I don't like these type of I like to keep this kind of stuff general because I can't say. I don't know the situation. And you're only giving me bits and pieces, so I can't say what you should do. I don't know your friend. I don't know you. I don't know the situation. I don't know where y'all work. All of that stuff plays a part in what my answer would be. You know what I mean? See, this got too many moving parts. Now you saying she was sad, and it's like there's a man that the woman like, and they want him to come back and take her position. So there is a man involved. This got a whole bunch of moving parts. Jealousy, envy, you did that. That's nah. That's too much going on. Yeah, that's what it sounds like, Phyllis. It's a lot going on. So yeah, I would just let her deal with that. I don't. That just sounds like somebody. Yeah, let her deal with it. I don't really get involved in things that my friends are going through at work. Mind your own business. Sometimes it's best to let people deal with their own stuff. Because I do believe that sometimes there is a lesson to be learned in there. Because y'all kids, y'all be doing some crazy stuff at work. I'm telling you. When I seen that boy get in that sink at Wendy's in Florida, I can't work with y'all. Y'all crazy. He done got in the sink, took his clothes off, then made a bubble bath in the sink in Wendy's. Took his clothes off and got in the sink. And they filming it. Yeah. He 40 something. And you talking about some women that's in their 20s? Nah, he don't win here. Mm-mm. Yeah, girl, in Florida. Look it up. I'm pretty sure you can Google it because it was on the news. This boy then stripped down to some basketball shorts. They ran some water in the sink in the kitchen part at Wendy's. And this boy got in the sink and was, laughing and pretending like he was taking a bath. And the co-workers, the other Wendy's workers, instead of making the burgers and fries, y'all back there filming a boy in the sink. And they said they only fired him. They should have fired everybody that was working there that day. Because they was all laughing and standing around and filming. I don't care if the store was closed. I don't care. Ain't no way in hell you should have been in the sink at Wendy's playing around like that, around food and shit. That's why when I go in certain fast food places, I don't eat at. I can't go to fast food places in the hood because I know it's too many of us working in there and I can't deal with that. I can't. Because I know you don't value your own life. So I know you ain't going to value mine. You don't wash your hands. Half the time you ain't wash your ass. You ain't comb your hair. I ain't going to no restaurant and you looking all nasty and shit. Wendy's. Just like that time I saw somebody at Popeyes with they was, this is on YouTube. They had the box that they was flouring the chicken. He was doing it with his hands and the thing was on the floor. The container that he was flouring the chicken, instead of it being on the counter, like the whole kitchen at this Popeyes was filthy. And he was flouring the chicken on the floor in like a Rubbermaid container. And then y'all be wondering why people be getting sick from fast food restaurants. That's why. Because these kids nasty. Because I saw this one girl, she lived in Florida. She was talking about all the nasty ass shit she had did while she was a server at a restaurant. Spitting on people's toast. Putting her finger in their drinks, spitting in their drinks and stuff. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Just disgusting. So am I supposed to let her struggle and suffer? That's up to you, sweetheart. That's up to you. But I don't know. It just depends on the situation. That's a decision that you have to make. I can't make that decision for you because I don't know the whole situation. You're giving me bits and pieces of a situation. But like I said before, sometimes we are supposed to learn a lesson. How is she going to learn a lesson if it's always going to be somebody there picking her up when she falls? Maybe this is what she needs to learn a lesson. Sometimes we're not supposed to interfere in things. That's when you have to go to spirit and ask them, can I help this person? And sometimes spirit will say no. There have been people that have come to me and asked me for help, and that's the first thing I say is that let me talk to my Orishas. And sometimes they will say yes, and sometimes they say no. So I can't tell you what to do in this situation. I don't know the person. You giving me bits and pieces of information. I don't know. That's why when I, deal with people, I have a consultation where I really sit down with them and find out what's going on. And if they can only give me bits and pieces of what's going on, then it's an automatic no for me. I can't help you. Because if you can't explain to me what the hell is going on, then how can I explain it to spirit for you? If you can't even explain it to me. And if it's not making any sense to me, it's showing the hell ain't gonna make no sense to them. So, I mean, that's something that you, as a friend, have to figure out. But if she grown, then why she can't take care of it? She grown. Why she can't do it? That's my thing. I mean, I know you said that she doesn't want to, do any spell work, but um, maybe it's time for her to get another job. Maybe this is Spirit's way of telling her it's time for her to move on. And what if this is a situation that she basically brought on herself? Was she gossiping? Did she start something with these people, and now that the shit then got serious, she can't handle it? Those would be questions that I would have to, that I would ask. Because there are some lessons that we have to learn, and no matter what, just like there were lessons that I had to learn. My mother couldn't stop me from getting married or choosing one job over another one, and, whatever. Sometimes you just got to learn those things and move on. It could be the fact that maybe she needs to get another job. Maybe this is Spirit's way of telling her sometimes you do get fired from jobs. That's Spirit's way of telling you, I've been telling you to leave and you wouldn't leave, so you fired. Now you don't have no other choice but to leave. And then another door will open for her. Because who wants to stay at a job where, you getting picked on or you fighting and having to deal with people anyway? So, I mean, those are all things that you have to take into consideration. Everything is not, black and white. It seems like it's a whole lot of moving parts to that situation, and I can't just answer it like that. Yeah, I mean, it's good to have somebody care about your problems, but people can't, always fix your problems. I'm not saying don't care. It's good to care, but you can't fix stuff for people. This may be a situation that you can't fix. This may, Spirit may already be working this out and you can't see that because you know, you're not looking at it the way Spirit is looking. So this may be time for her to leave. I'm not saying don't care. That's the last thing I would say. I would never say don't care. Of course, you should care about the person. We should care about our friends. But, sometimes it's not for us to jump in and, fight on somebody's behalf. Because, you know, I have seen these situations where people, you jump in and you trying to help your friend fight and you end up getting your ass beat. You know what I mean? I've seen it happen. You really out here trying to ride for your friend and ride for your friend, and you jump into a situation and you get whooped. And she come out unscathed. And you done jumped in some shit, you lose your job. And she's still there. So you gotta be, you have to be careful. Just be careful. And just, look at the big picture. I'm finna go because my Gatorade done got hot. Y'all know once my Gatorade get hot, it's time to go. I gotta get some ice. Plus, y'all didn't talk to me till my lips got dry. I'm about to go get me some ice, drop it in that Gatorade bottle, and go put my feet up. Well, we'll see if Yardy comes back. This Yardy's first time, you know. We don't adopt people the first time they come. That's like, when you go to adopt a pet, you gotta see, that if it's gonna fit into your family. You don't just walk in and get the first one you see, because it may not be that. So, Yardy, come on back, and then we will because I get a whole lot of people that come in and they ask a question and they get their answer and they don't never come back. So, nah, I'm not going to just accept everybody that walk through the door. Because Yardy may not want to stay. Yardy may be like some other people and just come in, hey, I have a question. Can I ask a question? And they ask their question and don't come back. This ain't for everybody. And I'm not out here trying to adopt everybody that don't want to be here. I might just need a meal. Like a stray cat. They come by when they hungry and they eat. I'm not trying to bring you in the house, you know, but I will feed you because I'm sweet like that. I will give you some kibble, but I'm not trying to force you in the house. You be a stray. Come by here when you hungry. You come by. Mama Oshun will give you a meal, but I'm not forcing you to stay. Okay? So don't think, oh, I got to join. No, sweetheart. Come on by here when you get hungry. I give you a meal. It may not be home cooked, but you gonna eat. Okay? Maybe like Gizmo, because I be giving him stuff that he don't want, but if he get hungry enough, he'll eat it. I always got some kibble out. So you gonna come by here, you'll be able to get something. I'm gonna share. That's one thing I will do. Like my mama used to always say, we wasn't rich, but if I got a piece of bread, you gonna get a piece. So you come by here, if we eating cookies, we gonna break you off a piece and give you a piece too. But you ain't got to sleep here, child. You don't have to stay. You can go on, take your little cookie and go on about your business. And come back if you want to. Okay? See how nice we are? I try to answer everybody's questions, sweetheart. As long as you're respectful, as long as you are respectful, I will be respectful. Yardy is not our pet. We don't collect pets, okay? Yardy can come by and get some snacks and chill out with us. And when Yardy gets ready to leave, Yardy can go on home. Some of us are members. You're not gonna get to be a member from your first visit. You don't even join church. You don't even go up and give the pastor your hand the first time because you may come on a Sunday and he preach real good and you be like, okay, well let me come back next Sunday and see if he preach again. Then you come back the next Sunday and his sermon be dry and you be like, oh no, I ain't joining this church. Cause see, you caught me on a good night. Now you might come on another night and I'm cussing everybody out and you be like, oh no, I don't want that old woman to be my godmother. Nah, I ain't coming back here no more. But see, you caught me on a good night. I'm full of Gatorade and M&M minis, and I'm having a good day. So you caught me on a good day. But you may come tomorrow and I'll be grumpy as hell. And you be like, well, what happened to the lady that was here? Like, well, that was last night. We on a new night. Okay? So come on back, Yardy. We'll be here. We're here almost every night. And if I ain't here, I just ain't here. But I'm usually here. Yeah, we leave snacks out. You can, take your little snacks to go. I always come here and get some cookies and Capri Suns. We got Gatorade. It's hot, but we got Gatorade. I think this is the last one, too. Yeah, it is. Should tell my husband. Because I can only drink the green one. All the other Gatorades are disgusting. This the only one I drink. Is the Fierce. I drink this. But all them other Gatorades, they taste like what is it? The green apple and the cucumber. But I can't drink a whole lot of that because after a while it makes my stomach hurt. All right, I'm finna go because I'm just rambling at this point. I think I'm gonna take this fingernail polish off because it's getting on my nerves. It's so ugly. It's this hand that's ugly. This hand didn't turn out too bad. I'm not the best. Don't look at that part right there because I'm not the best polisher. But that'll eventually fall off when I put some lotion on my hands. Don't my nails look fake? They real though. These my nails. They look super fake. Well, my right hand is kind of broke up, but my left hand is good. I'm gonna go. Gizmo, you want to tell everybody bye? Hmm? You want to come say bye? Come here. Come here, Puda. Come here. Gizmo. Gizmo. I'm not falling for that. Gizmo ain't getting up. He ain't messing with y'all. All right, y'all. I will see you guys tomorrow. I don't know what we're gonna be talking about. I'll figure out something. I don't know if we're gonna do a spell tomorrow. We might just talk about the 7 African powers, even though I've been saying we're gonna do that for the longest and we ain't never did it. But we might do it tomorrow. I'm finna go get off here and call Papa and see what he doing.